The third excuse that we normally tell ourselves is that I know somebody better. I know somebody who can do it better than me. We have seen that in the Bible and we have seen it with you. We have seen it with you. You know somebody better who can do it. This comparison, where is it coming from? Where is it coming from? And who told you that you cannot do it better? Either your limiting beliefs or your self-sabotage or your past experiences. Hello and welcome yet to another episode of Your Purpose with Edda. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new here, you are in the right place, because you know what this shows me is that you want to either know your purpose, you want to know how to maneuver very swiftly in your purpose, and also just taking advantage of your personal development and just being a more proactive person when it comes to your personal development. And also, if you are not identified your purpose, you are in the right place, because we have a questionnaire for you. You fill it in, it's on the description box. Fill it in and you'll be able to send you your purpose archetype, and you'll get to know where you lie. And once you know where you lie, because there is always a foundation for everything, so that gives you just the foundation of where you lie in terms of your purpose. And once you have identified that, then you can be able to move into the talking stage, where we can have a one-on-one coaching session, and we can get to understand what areas of your life you need to adjust, and how you can be able to maneuver easily in this specific area of your calling. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And to the community, I am glad that you are here. I am glad that you are connecting with me in each of the different social media platforms. Glad to see you back here. And today we are going to have a conversation that we talk to ourselves. So today we're going to talk about the excuses that we tell ourselves and how we can actually be able to overcome them, especially when we are in this journey of purpose. It's not easy when we are maneuvering through life and just trying to understand ourselves and even just help other people as well. It's not easy. So, and I understand that there are some excuses that we get to tell ourselves in the process that are not really good, and they're not helping us, and they're not helping the people. And if it is not helping us, not helping the people, so why are we doing it? Why are we telling ourselves why are we telling ourselves those excuses? So excuse number one that we tell ourselves is that I am not qualified enough. I don't know if you've heard about this statement, but it is true that actually God qualifies the people that he calls, and the people that he calls are not qualified. So God qualifies the unqualified people. We remember even the disciples of Jesus. Jesus literally had the tax collector as part of his disciples. Why wouldn't he have gone and found people who are righteous and people who are not sinners to come and be his disciples? It's because he wanted the people to see that he actually works with each and every person. You do not have to be righteous, he works even with the sinners. And I remember even the Pharisees asking themselves, why is Jesus sitting and eating with the sinners? The Pharisees were now the righteous people here. So it's like God literally calls the qualified and unqualified, and he qualifies them for his role. So when you tell yourself you're not good enough, you are. Imagine you are worthy, because what you need to keep on reminding yourself is that you are worthy. And because you know that when you are carrying this purpose, it is not you, you are just a vessel to be used here on earth to help God's purpose to prevail here on earth. But it's actually not you, and it's not your job to know what to do, because you need to be connected to the source of this purpose, with God, so that he can be able to guide you through, and how to like enable you to know how to help other people through you as an individual. So it's not a matter of being qualified. It's you need to be able to first of all understand whose you are, that you are worthy, that you are the person that God has literally called for this specific job. and go for it. And also, if you feel that you are unqualified in a specific area, especially for people whose purpose is related to either a pain that they experienced or their lifestyle, and now they are trying to do their a lot of research and trying to understand what is going on in this area so that they can actually be able to be purposeful in that specific area. So for people who identify their purpose through pain and through their life experiences, these mostly fall you mostly fall here, and I also fall here because it's something that I experienced as well when I was doing my when I was qualifying myself. And what actually helped me was just doing things that would make me feel that I am qualified enough. So if it looked like taking coaching classes, if it looked like taking online courses, those are some of the things that actually helped me, because we are also on land and we also have to respect the law of land. And if my qualifications are what and my certifications are what are going to give me a position in the higher places for me to talk more about purpose, then why not? So I decided to take online classes so that I can be able to just have certifications in this specific area and just listen to other people also what their thoughts are on this specific area. And that is how I managed to be able to get to a point where I am actually confident to publicly speak about this. And it's something that you can actually also take. So if you feel that you're unqualified, you can also decide to either do certifications, go back to class, learn more, do more research, so that you can feel that you are qualified. But number one thing is connect with the maker, because he's the one who gave you that idea, and that's why you need to connect back to him. Just make him understand, let him make you understand why he gave you that and how you can provide the service to people. The number two thing that we actually mostly excuse that we tell ourselves is that I am not ready. Will you ever be ready? That is the main question that we need to ask ourselves. Will you ever be ready? When are you going to say that now, today, I am ready? Even before making this video. Now, there was no point that I'm saying that now I am now ready to make this video. It was just a matter of doing it out of obedience and doing it for the people, because I know that is my role, that I have to do it. But still, even with me doing it, I still feel purposeful when I am doing it, and that is what gives me joy. So even if I am not ready to do it, and I know that it is going to help somebody out there, then why not do it? You will never be ready, but we know for sure, most of the time we know what we need to do in order to feel ready. Sometimes it could be either speaking to people, speaking to somebody who has already gone before you, or now having the certifications, or preparing well in advance before doing that thing. So we always know the thing that we need to do for us to be ready. It's just that we take longer for us to prepare ourselves in order to be ready. So you need to first of all shorten the time that you take in preparing for you to be ready. And sometimes when you prepare, you are not confident in the preparation. So you want to say that I still want to prepare enough. Now that when we are moving into perfection, it's never about perfection, but it is about progress. So it is progress over perfection. Look at what you have learned, practice it, use it, and see how you are moving on. Because it is also once you start, that is when you can be able to know the different other areas that are aligned in that specific area. Because, for example, myself, even when I started, I didn't know much about purpose, but I started researching more about it and just praying to God about it. And He took me to details in the Bible on where He's talking about purpose and how all these things are aligned. And also, when I started aligning myself more into having purpose conversations, that is how I came to notice that there are people who are actually also purpose coaches. Me, I didn't know that. I didn't know. I actually thought I was going to be the first one. I didn't know. And now once I realized that there are actually other purpose coaches, so I was interested to hear from them. How are they doing it? What is it about? And now as I started, I actually came to learn now it is not purpose coaches, it is transformation coaches. So once you start to take that step, now that is when you start to understand, oh, there is this other thing, there is this other thing, there is this other thing. So now when I combine all these things, they form one beautiful thing. But otherwise, if you just sit and wait, you're never going to be ready. You have to take action. The third excuse that we normally tell ourselves is that I know somebody better. I know somebody who can do it better than me. We have seen that in the Bible, and we have seen it with you. We have seen it with you. You know somebody better who can do it. This comparison, where is it coming from? Where is it coming from? And who told you that you cannot do it better? Either your limiting beliefs, or your self sabotage, or your past experiences. You hear those are all negative things that are limiting you and making you say that somebody else is doing it better than you. It's okay, they are doing it better than you, but because you're the one who has been called for that specific job, for that specific role, you have to be ready. You have to be able to do it regardless. So, and it does not matter. You might find that the person that you're seeing is doing it better and doing it either way is maybe located in a different country, and you are located in this specific country. God is looking for people to be available in their different jurisdictions. So somebody who is, let's say, for example, in the US and is doing very well in the US does not mean that he is going to come from the US coming to Kenya to help us be able to either know our purpose or know how to handle our limiting beliefs. How about we have somebody from Kenya who can tell us and teach us how to actually handle these self limiting beliefs? How about, what if it is you that God has called in this specific jurisdiction to help us do it? So it's a matter of you stop having those excuses. And if you feel that you have been called, get over those excuses and just start. Because actually, when you feel that you have a calling, we always know. And once you know, you need to start doing what you need to do. Even if it is small steps, it is okay. Over time they are going to accumulate and it's going to be something big and something beautiful. Something else that we have had is that I don't have enough resources. So resources here could be I do not have time, I do not have enough money, I do not have enough people to work with. We have all had these kinds of excuses. And why do we hear all these excuses? It's because we just want to buy time and we do not want to take up the activity. For people who are purpose driven, they know that it is them who are ready to do that job. And if it is them who are to do that job, literally your mind is enough. Your mind is enough. You just need to see what do you have on your hands? What do you have in your hands? You remember even the story of Moses, whereby God literally asked him, what do you have in your hands? And he said that I have a rod. And that rod is the same one that was used to part the Red Sea. Can you imagine using the rod to part the Red Sea? How is that even possible? Leave alone the Red Sea. You can imagine even the river, you can't use the rod. But this is God that literally asked him, what do you have in your hands? And he said the rod, and it is the rod that God used that God used to part the Red Sea, and the people were for the Egyptians were able to pass through. So it's a matter of asking yourself, what do you have in your hands? Stop having all these excuses. Use what you have in your hands. God is literally waiting for you to start using what is literally in your hands. And it's a matter of time that you actually decide that you are going to use what you have in your hands and start moving. Because when you start moving, you will see how things start aligning, because you do a little research here, you do another research here, and you see that there is actually some interlinking that is happening here, and you combine all these things together, and it becomes one beautiful thing because you obeyed and you decided to move. So start moving. Remove all these excuses and just try to use what you have in your hand. And if you do not know where to begin, we can always have a one-on-one coaching session, and they can be able to just guide you. And because also talking to coaches, talking to people who have done it before could really help, because they give you another perspective of looking at things rather than just our own way, because sometimes our minds could be clouded. Right. I hope this has been helpful for you, and I hope you will stop having those excuses in your mind and start moving towards the direction that you need to obey God and just move towards. Have a lovely day and have a purposeful week ahead, and see you again